This is a review of last night's Bigfoot Busters program, but also a little bit of an overview. I have not had the opportunity to listen to last night's Night Callers or Squatch Detective Radio, and I'm not sure what each show has planned for next week. But Night Callers begins at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/nightcallers, and Watch Detective Radio begins at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/The Squatch Detective. I can tell you about Bigfoot Busters from last night. An interesting show, and I really enjoyed it. A couple of things I would have probably liked to have better clarification on and perhaps would have left out. But overall, very good shows. A very good show. During the first hour, author David Politis was the guest. He discussed several cases that he's looked into, several Sasquatch reports that he has looked into in the Northern California region, including, of course, the Hoopa region, where he, of course, that was the basis of his first book, the Hoopa Project, and then, of course, Tribal Bigfoot also. He discussed the work of Harvey Pratt, that Harvey had done the sketches of what witnesses had seen based on their descriptions, and the faces were much more human-like. But that's according to people's descriptions, to the way people describe what they have seen. Harvey is not one that interprets. He actually draws a Sasquatch based on what the witnesses tell him. He doesn't do any guesswork. He doesn't attempt to interpret or anything like that. And also they got into a little bit about the Patterson-Gimlin film, and well, that's where it kind of, I think with Politis, I'm trying to say this as diplomatically as I can, it kind of fell apart a little bit. Because Politis believes perhaps there was more that happened that day. He did not specifically say a massacre, but he thought it strange that the film was taken on a sunny day in the middle of a sandbar, and that it seemed strange that the film would be shot on Friday and then shipped off on Friday evening, and then arrive in Yakima, be sent to Seattle, and then just develop, process, and taken back to Yakima to be shown on Sunday afternoon. It may seem to be a bit of a discrepancy, but the thing is, we will never know the true story of the Patterson-Gimlin film. Personally, I do not think that there was any chicanery or shenanigans going on at the film site. But that's just my opinion, and my opinion may vary. Your opinion may vary. I would have loved to have. To have had the show go on without that, without these half-baked conspiracy theories, and I'm trying to be as respectful as I can. It's just I don't personally believe that there was any more that went on that day than what has been reported for over 40 years. But again, we'll never really know the whole truth. The second half of the show was with Dr. Melba Ketchum, and she discussed her DNA work, and that she and her lab had received DNA not only from David Politis but from other sources. About 2 years ago, she's worked on Destination Truth, some of the hair samples that were brought in by Josh Gates. She's also working. She and her partners are also working with other examples of DNA, which may be of Sasquatch. Unfortunately, and this was a bit of a disappointing thing to me, she decided, or they've made the decision for the time being not to release the results of the DNA. That they are coming, or that they are actually going to be writing a peer review paper. I'm sure it'll be available online, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to write a peer review paper, which will hopefully answer all our questions about all this. As of yet, they have not released the results. I mean, I wish that they had, but unfortunately, it seems like that's not going to happen, at least not at the present time. It was a little bit disappointing to hear that, but I understand, why the results are not being released, because of attorney-client privilege, you might say. Even though, of course, the DNA experts are not attorneys, of course. But I can understand wanting to protect their clients and all that. Again, it is a bit disappointing that there was no DNA results announced as of yet. So we'll just have to wait a little bit longer. I asked a question in the chat room about if she and her DNA research partners had eliminated the human contamination factor. And she said that they have, that they've been able to eliminate the human contamination factor. I am happy about that. I am glad that they've taken the painstaking steps, the painstakingly hard steps and hard work to eliminate the human contamination factor. So there won't be anybody that'll come up later and say, well, was there human contamination? Well, Dr. Ketchum assured us that there is no such worries to have any. There's nothing to worry about where that's concerned. Anyway, it was a great show. I enjoyed it. I liked it. And next Sunday, Tim and Chuck will be welcoming Dr. John Bindernagel to the show. He's the author of North America's Great Ape, the Sasquatch, and also the new book, The Discovery of the Sasquatch, which you've seen my reviews of right here on my channel. It'll begin at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/Bigfoot Busters, next Sunday night, November 7th. Now, MNBRT will not be airing tonight. Abe has taken a week off out of respect for his late great aunt. So there'll be no show tonight. I imagine there'll be a show on November 8th, which will be next Monday, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/MNBRT. Now, tentatively, Bigfoot Truth and Lies is supposed to return tomorrow night, Tuesday, November 2nd, 2010. At 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Hopefully everybody will be back from voting by then, hopefully. Because tomorrow's election day. Hopefully everybody will be back from voting by then. And that'll be tomorrow night, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. www.blogtalkradio.com/Bigfoot Truth and Lies. I don't think the Gray Area is having another show this week because they just had a show last week and the week before. So they're probably going to hold off probably till possibly next week or the middle of the month to have another program. With all the Blog Talk Radio shows, as always, we do encourage you to please tune in and support great research. Now, I have not had a chance to. I know it's online. It's online. The most recent Real and Chance the Bigfoot Hunters or excuse me, the legend hunters. They did an episode where they were searching for Bigfoot. I have not watched that episode as of yet. It is online. I can access it. Anyway, that was the most recent episode. Apparently, the show airs on Wednesday nights. I mistakenly thought it aired on Sunday nights. It actually airs on Wednesday nights. But anyway, that's the most recent crypto programming. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything coming up on Destination Truth or Fact or Faked on any cryptozoological undertaking, or perhaps cryptoanthropological. That's what I prefer to put Sasquatch. That's the category I prefer to put Sasquatch under, the forest giants. Strange Days of Bob Saget, of course, will premiere on December 1st. But I'm not really sure when the episode featuring the BFRO will air. It may air on December 1st, 10 Eastern, 9 Central on A&E. I'm not really sure. But then again, they may wait a week. It may be a month before it airs, after it premieres. But I'll keep you all posted, and I'll keep you all updated right here on this channel. As far as, of course, there'll also be the upcoming the pilot for the BFRO series, which will be called Sasquatch: The Ultimate Hunt, which will be airing on Animal Planet. I'm not sure when that will be airing. I haven't seen or heard anything about a premiere date. Now, the Texas Bigfoot Conference was held just the other day, Saturday. I understand that it went very well, and that everybody had a good time. I have not seen any photographs from it as of yet. I've seen reports that it went very well. I don't know how many people attended. But I understand that it went pretty well, from what I understand. Of course, I'm not even sure of the fate of the Ohio Bigfoot Conference. Don Keating has not announced one way or the other if he's having one or not. Toby Johnson's going to be beginning to sell tickets for the next Oregon Sasquatch Symposium, which will be held next fall, sometime this week, I believe Wednesday, because I know Wednesday Tom Powell is going to be speaking at, I think, University of Oregon in Eugene. Tom Powell is going to be speaking there. He's got his new book's coming out, Shady Neighbors. I think he said something when I had him on the show a couple months ago. He said that he was looking for a publisher for his book. But those are just some of the most recent happenings in the Bigfoot field, and some things that have come up and have occurred. I did hear that the Boggy Depot Bigfoot Conference went well. Also Honebee, and also the Bigfoot Discovery Day 4. I heard that all of those events went pretty well. So I want to send congratulations out to the organizers of all those events. And one of these years, I'm going to try and make at least more than 2 events a year. I'm going to try. I'll try. Maybe next year I'll try and make Bigfoot Discovery Day. I'm not really sure yet. I hope I will be able to. Anyway, that's just some of the major happenings going on in the Bigfoot field. Not a whole lot new, but still some exciting stuff. And keep tuned to this channel, and we'll give you more information as things progress. For now, this is Henry May signing off. Y'all have a good one.